Hey Mega GMs and welcome to Inside NFTs. Wow, what an eventful day yesterday with Yuga Labs announcing a pretty major round of layoffs here in the States. We also have Luca Netz, the CEO of the Pudgy Penguins, facing accusations of being a serial rug puller. Didn't see that one coming. And we also have a major Tezos marketplace called Versum. Well, they're closing down later this year. I'm going to touch on all those topics. We're going to start though with the NFT market. Starting with the Forkast 500 NFT index, down today 1.11%. On a daily basis now, I'm weighing Uptober versus Floptober. Today we're leaning in the Floptober category. Now today's losses put us close to even for the week here, but by the time we get to the end of October, what's the 30-day period going to look like? Right now down 12.19%. Will that trend continue? Do we get our Uptober? I don't think so. Now, global sales yesterday finished at just over 8 mil. Unique sellers and buyers still calculating on the site, so I don't have that data for you right now. And your top NFT collections on CryptoSlam, D-Market yet again at the top, followed by DraftKings, the Pudgy Penguins, Sorare, D-Gods, Mutant Ape Yacht Club, CryptoPunks, CloneX, Codas from Yuga Labs, and Lil Pudgy's at 10. So let's just start with Yuga Labs, who yesterday announced layoffs here in the United States, not yet overseas, but those are coming too. Now, they had a pretty lengthy post explaining why they have these layoffs and actually what more there is to come. Primary point here is that they're setting themselves up for the future, making sure they're focused on their strengths really. And in truth, their strengths may not be developing these one-off games like the Heavy Metal Forge. So now their focus is on their other side metaverse and then third-party partnerships. They can focus on building out the preeminent metaverse. They have all the assets to populate it. Now recommitting to making Meebits and 10KTF, two of their bigger collections, a core part of that experience. And for those side games, for those one-off experiences, well, they can work with third parties who have experience and have these track records and maybe have the resources, and instead they can focus on the Web3 part that they're so great at. In fact, that was part of the announcement, that they cannot lose the early BAYC vibes. But in total, 120 people laid off from Yuga Labs, so a pretty major round of layoffs. And again, more to come as they look at their international units. Now, that incredibly spicy story about Luca Netz, well, you have all these blockchain sleuths that go and they scour the blockchain. Quick disclaimer, I've not verified that any of this is true, but again, the blockchain doesn't lie. What people have found is that Luca Netz has gone from project to project, allegedly, and has displayed some, I don't know, I guess ruggy behavior. Some of that behavior may have started well before NFTs. Where things really get interesting is Luca's connection to a few prior NFT projects, all of which were called rugs. Now, what all of these have in common is Luca being paid by these projects and seemingly to be involved with them much earlier than we had previously known. And these accusations, they're not just against Luca, by the way, it's also his team. Lorenzo Melendez, who's the president of Pudgy Penguins, and Ulysses Atkinson, well, he's the chief blockchain officer at Pudgy Penguins. Well, they're also part of Cowboy Labs, who is associated with those other projects as well, at least one of them. Now, Luca does get a chance to defend himself, and he did just that, I believe, last night in a Twitter Spaces. I've not gotten to listen to that yet, so I will be today. I'll let you know what I find, but expect this to be a really hot topic on Twitter. Now, some unfortunate news over on the Tezos blockchain. The Versum NFT marketplace, well, they're closing their doors later this year. They had a really wonderful platform, I just gotta say that. The look of it reminded of early Hic et Nunc, where you just scroll art. You scroll, and if you see something you like, boom, you click it, you buy it, the end. Most of the biggest artists on Tezos did mint NFTs here on Versum, including Zancan, who has just gorgeous art that was minted here. Now, a big issue with the platform early on was you couldn't trade these NFTs anywhere else except for on their own website, but I think that was the goal. Buy what you love and keep it, stop the speculative flipping. Ultimately, I think it limited their growth to a degree where, well, I think we ended up where we are today, partially because of that. A couple final bullet points here just to end the morning. We saw a major Opepen sale yesterday for 30 ETH. This is the third highest Opepen sale ever. I believe this is the 1-1 from set number 6. And we saw some action in the Moonbirds collection with Ryan Carson's investment fund. Well, they dumped their collection of Moonbirds. Now, apparently, they bought a bunch of Moonbirds for over 600 ETH, and they were liquidated all yesterday for, I believe, like 50 ETH. Moonbirds, you might know, they're owned by Proof, who also had their own layoffs earlier in this week. Very tough time in the NFT market, not just for traders and collectors, but also for the projects themselves. But the moves being made today are what are going to get some of these projects to there, and as long as it's not game over, then they're going full throttle. We're all going full throttle. All right, fam, I hope you have a great Saturday. Tomorrow I'll be back with another NFT market update with all the latest happenings, and remember, if it's happening in NFTs, I'm bringing you inside. Until the next time, I'll see you.